Okay, he matches the silhouette of the guy who was calling, right? So he replaced Froberg. So that means he's the guy who escaped. And the guy who escaped... What was his name back then again? He's not in the names list. He'd be in the events list. Arthur Blythe. In prison for murder. Okay, so let's try to unpack this giant mess. So you are Arthur Blythe. I don't know if that is the colleague necessarily. Colleague might be this guy, the historian's colleague. Augie Tamine. Stephen Aria. Who sent the saw blade. We'll see what I can unpack with some of the stuff. Weird lady. This could be the weird lady who wanted the crystal, which is just the same person. Tessa Navari. I'm a little in the air there because they also could have been referring to Momati da Silva trying to come in to buy the thing, especially if she's trying to buy it instead of stealing it. Although it seems like specifically Tessa's the one who's constantly willing to like do underhanded things to get this stuff, whereas we have nothing to we don't have reason to think that da Silva does that. Hopefully I'm not immediately missing the names up again. Yeah, no, because I thought she was Tessa before and then I had to switch it. Yeah. Enough has changed that I don't know if I do even know what I think the colleague is anymore. I have to revisit some of that stuff. Somebody sent the saw blade to help. Someone named Stephen Aria. This guy is a rando who got duped, so he's probably not anywhere in the conspiracy. The colleague could be Lazarus Hearst. I have to review who the colleague was even supposed to be in the narrative at this point. We've been through a lot of mystery, and these missions are longer, and I'm doing them over the course of multiple days at this point because they're much longer. Okay, so let's say Tessa Navari wanted to steal the mythical golden idol of blah blah from its owner. It's of a red name. The golden idol of a red name. Champ Vincent. So Champ Vincent's just here because that's this guy's name. He doesn't seem relevant to a lot of the stuff, though. I am confused. Trying to figure this thing out. Who is Augie Tamine? None of these people should make sense. They have a duffel bag with a detailed plan. We intentionally have their face hidden. They might have frizzy hair. I almost wonder if Augie Tamine is a costume, like a fake person character that she like puts on as a character, because like the frizzy hair does evoke the wig a little bit, but it's so hard to go off of anything there. It's hard to know what to do with that information. That's a tough one. This one's got a reveal. Lazarus Hurst. Lazarus Hurst should be dead, but people could be alive still technically. I don't remember if his death was confirmed back then or not. I think this is just a little entry telling us that she knows that the golden idol can be reconstructed. The museum. Arthur Blythe, who formerly worked at the Museum of Lemurian History, was serving a life sentence for fatally stabbing a colleague. So Arthur Blythe killed somebody. Yeah, what order are these happening in? I think he killed... Are they talking about how he killed the auctioneer? Because he got killed by Arthur Blythe. Because we now know that that's Arthur Blythe. There's the painted crystal. Arthur Blythe looks like he's based on Heisenberg. But no, this is... I think he broke out of prison before this. I don't think this is him stealing from... I don't know. Might be able to unpack what year everything was happening in. Still don't know what the name is for one to steal the golden idol of a red name. Of Lazarus Hurst, I guess? It's kind of shaky. It's the Lazarus Hurst golden idol from its owner. Stephen Aria arranged Arthur Blythe's prison escape, but because he knew the location of the golden idol. He's the one that sent the saw blade. Yeah, that part checks out, even if we aren't sure who Stephen is yet. Probably not any of the people that was physically there. So, like, does one of these people have a false identity? Like, this guy maybe? I don't know. I feel like I'm actually really behind on this particular part. Blah and Blah work together to Blah all... Just to count how many parts there were. Well, it's Tessa Navari again, right? And Arthur Blythe, I guess? Yeah, they're working together at that point with the auction to reassemble all Blah parts. Numbering them is going to be a challenge. For the final one, the auction... At the auction, Blah Blah resorted to murder. In the end, Arthur Blythe tried to steal the golden idol from Blah Blah, which resulted in Arthur Blythe's death. No. Oh, Niles isn't here. So it's not that death. Is it down to... Because these are chronological, right? I think that's the reveal, is they're not always given to us chronologically, but they're like sorted chronologically. So I think Arthur Blythe died trying to steal it from... Yeah. Try to steal it from it, so it's Arthur Blythe's death. Try to steal it from Tessa Navari, but she was too good. This is actually pretty much figured out, minus the number of parts there were. Is there any kind of diagram of how many pieces there were of this thing? Are these all the pieces? Oh yeah, that might be just the safe that's all the pieces of the golden idol. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I kind of thought at the time that these might be miscellaneous objects, and then this is the big one. Like, she's like an eccentric collector that might not know what's going on with the golden idol, but then like had the one object where it's like, oh my god, it's the big deal thing. That's crazy. But instead, it seems like these are all the objects they were collecting to reassemble the golden idol. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, something's wrong. Great. Oh, that's always a good sign. Can I piece together who the colleague was? Did I ultimately decide that this one was the... Yeah, the colleague tried to rob the historian. And that was the third voicemail, right? Keeping their head down at the Dragonfly Inn. Pointy-eared friend. Plan B rates. They did say Plan B about stealing this thing, but that's just a normal phrase, so who knows. But I guess they've said, like, I need Plan B rates, because, like, this one went bad, so, like, pay me for the risk, I guess. Then a passport. And he stole the pointy-eared friend from the auction. I wish that these were in chronological order in this menu. Because yeah, they were stealing the pointy-eared friend. So he's had to lay low because of the murder with the statue since then, and is now finally coming back. So the colleague should be Arthur Blythe. I assume that multiple faces can repeat on here because these are both the Arthur Blythe and the weird lady and the historian are also probably the same person. Who sent the saw blade? Who the fuck is Stephen Aria? Let's revisit the clues around Stephen Aria. And see if I can tie this to one of the large cast of characters we've met now. The Harmony Foundation. Donated by the Harmony Foundation, Flowers for Inner Growth. Oops. So Stephen Aria also might be the weird lady? I think you might be Stephen Aria, because of the Harmony Foundation. There's just a bunch of fake names involved, maybe? Yeah, it was donated from the Harmony Foundation. And she's like the leader of the... it's her foundation. So it points towards the idea of it being her that did it. So I don't think that we currently have any reason to think she, like, has an ex-husband or anything. I don't think we have reason to think anyone else is involved in the Harmony Foundation so far. Are they mentioned elsewhere? I don't think the Harmony Foundation comes up anywhere during the Blockbuster mission. The second screen is trippy. She wants the crystal. The crystal's listed here. That's one of the items. Why is 8 wrong? There's like a physical checklist of the items, including the funny dog toy, these little guys. And I guess that crystal must be the Neptune crystal, right? It's smaller than I thought, given how big the tooth was. Ah, it's hard to know what's wrong. Okay. Who the fuck is Augie? He's in prison. He should be dead. Who is his peers? They look like they were panicking. So I assume it's not you, right? Nope, it's you. It was just Arthur Blythe again. I was literally about to say it feels like it wouldn't be Arthur Blythe because Arthur Blythe was so... He seems like a cool cucumber. He seems like he's a murdery man. Doesn't give a fuck. So him being like, cheese it. Oh god, there's a fire. Like... He seemed more panicked than I expect this character to be, but I mean... Yeah, I guess this entire thing was just Arthur Blythe and Tessa Navari the entire time. You know? Yeah, that makes sense. It's extremely funny they give us this many faces and they don't work. I guess they must have intentionally not given us any recognizable person for Augie to mean, so that we don't make the mistake of sticking to them or anything like that. Yeah, this guy makes no sense here. This person makes 0 sense. This person didn't do shit. Yeah, a lot of these people just don't make any sense. So I kind of just land on him because they're the only ones that are involved in the conspiracy. Okay, I'm guessing Lazarus Hurst is wrong, right? Tessa Navari wanted to steal the mythical golden idol of Lazarus Hurst from its owner. Maybe I'm supposed to use the real names, like Tessa Navari instead of Aria. Tessa Navari wanted the golden idol of Lazarus Hurst. Tessa Navari arranged Arthur Blythe's escape. Tessa Navari and Arthur Blythe worked together to reassemble the parts. For the final auction, Arthur Blythe resorted to murder. Arthur Blythe tried to steal the golden idol from Tessa Navari, which resulted in Arthur Blythe's death. Like, am I supposed to use the real names, not Augie Tameen and stuff like that? Or Stephen Aria? The mythical golden idol of a name. Is it not Lazarus Hurst? Jason Kempton. I don't remember who that is. Henry Wakefield. Am I supposed to call back to last chapter? And who had the gold idol then? No, because this is a prequel, right? This chapter takes place before the other chapter. So it hasn't arrived at the other person yet. It's the story of the series of farces that lead to them getting it. I feel like that's what I'm getting wrong, is what they mean, what, like, the gold idol of thing. Oops. We don't have the words golden idol, so it's not like the parts of the golden idol or anything. Barry. Reassemble the mythical golden idol of Lazarus Hurst from its parts? Okay. Much better. That also works. Reassemble the golden idol from its parts. That is what the whole chapter was about. Okay. Tessa Navari arranged Guy Ruther Blythe's. Let's just try, just in case. Let's just try Steve Aria again. I do not want to deal with it. Okay, it's not Steve Aria. It is Tessa Navari. They did not. They'd want me to drop the aliases. Tessa Navari arranged for Arthur Blythe's prison escape because he knew the locations of the golden idol. Locations of the parts. That might have reduced the number of errors from... Yeah, it has to have. I must have reduced the errors from 2 to 1 just now, because that's the only way to have it not say anything up here. If this was wrong, it would have gone back up to 3 and been red again. So that's a fix. Tessa Navari and Arthur Blythe worked to reassemble all 8 parts. Steal all 8 parts? Okay, that probably went back to being 2 errors then. So let's go back to reassemble. All 8 parts. For the final auction, Arthur Blythe resorted to murder. Because he knew the function of the parts? No, it's location. Tried to steal the golden idol. Parts. I guess he technically stole the parts from her. There it is. It wasn't the golden idol yet. Wow, they're really picky about some of the phrasing there. Starting to feel like a madman. Okay. Ah, behold, our time has come. What are you weirdos up to? So a whole ass group of people are all around the crazy idol. She went through all this work to assemble it. Does she know what it does? Because that's terrifying. I don't know if she knows what it does. She just thinks it's important. Or maybe she thinks it magically makes people live forever, but isn't ready for what comes next. That is the scary part. Somebody come... Oh, wait. This last bit is through binoculars. Right. So somebody's spying on them and is now going to want to steal it. Got it. The Machine. The story continues in Chapter 3, The Machine, in which an extrakinetic investigation yields terrifying results. A what? Oops. Ignition, a dangerous technology unleashed. That screen seems to lag weirdly in a way that makes me accidentally click on the next screen. That's happened a few times now. I guess it's loading, but it doesn't go to the loading screen sometimes. Because normally this screen pops up, but sometimes it doesn't. So multiple times now I've functionally skipped this screen when I'm trying to start a chapter by accidentally like clicking on the next one, or maybe it's meant to do that, but it like glitches. It looks weird for a second in a way that makes me think something broke. I don't know. I keep getting paranoid that I'm skipping like a cutscene or something, but normally it's not really a problem because normally they show up as a different visual. All right, let's do another case. This is chaos. I hope this is the right fire extinguisher. I should really have my reading glasses. Extra physical laboratory. All right. So this guy's back. He's gonna continue to be involved in this mess. Reminder of OPIC's zero alcohol policy. We will not have another Reynolds fiasco. No testing. Awaiting board approval. Stay behind caution tape. Still don't know why lab has been so cold lately. Dress warm. Oh, fingerprint. This one's gonna have fingerprints. Okay, we have to identify the fingerprints. That sounds like an upsetting problem to have. And there's a fingerprint on the glasses. Book titled Primary Sources, Studies Lemuria, 1200 to 1300. Let's see, Lemurian Cultural Investigation, Archaeological Sites of Xenopolis. Need both hands to complete circuit. High conductivity. Structural elements provide support, no effect on operation. So they're trying to rebuild, they're rebuilding the golden idol and figuring out the mechanics of how it actually functions on a more granular level than anyone else ever figured out. Book titled Organic Chemistry 3rd Edition, Jack. Who's Jack? Key Mechanical Theory. Be ready on the June 18th. Something's planned on the June 18th. Leonard Graves, How to Make Friends, Keep Them, and Use Them. And use them. Uh-oh. From the author of Caught Them Off Guard. This guy might be an asshole. Leonard Graves. An impression left on an orange powder. Orange powder. Harmony Foundation. Enter a state of true harmony. Repair your emotional divides. Overqualified, ignored. Our seminars will activate your true potential, exposing you to a new world of corporate opportunity. Crawley, leadership training. This is a lot to parse. I'm gonna have to just revisit all this. Dr. Westlake, thank you for once again bringing your concerns to the board. Again, we take the professionalism of our managerial staff seriously and have taken your complaint into consideration. However, we courteously remind you that it is inappropriate to publicly accuse a direct superior of workplace intoxication. Mr. Spender, that's quite a name, expects a formal apology. No further follow-up is required. Sincerely, Nathan Hoyle, Board President. Manager and Board President inspection on the 18th. Unlock lab door, they won't have swipe cards. Oriel looking into precise origin of parts. Jack to clean glassware. Lab staff reduced by 1. Eugene now on janitorial duties, thank you. Thank God. Inspection on the 18th, that's why I said be ready elsewhere. You have to keep the door open. It's not about being ready. It's not about being ready for the inspection. It's about the fact that you be ready to take advantage of there being a security lapse for the inspection. Got it. Oriel and Jack are here. Mistlands Lake Finest Whiskey. Cleaning supplies. Bag of cheesy corn chips. I don't like that. I don't like those things being kept together. Things that you shouldn't ingest next to things that you ingest. Storage boxes labeled Harmony Foundation. Did they go through and just nab up all of her shit? After all that she went through? Alright, so being on fire is bad for you. I'm guessing this is the chunks of the golden idol they've assembled so far. Yeah. So those are the controls they've assembled so far, and they managed to create a laser of some kind. Oh, there's a fingerprint on the lens. Oh god. This is a lot. Why are there faces here? Oh, we're figuring out who touched each thing with their stupid fingerprints. Which means we need to figure out the fingerprints. So we're trying to figure out who made the particular command happen that made the accident happen. Oh, this is a lot. This is a wild case. Okay, jeez. Ah, fingerprint. It's right by his hand, so you can probably tie it to him. Testing approved. Marie, Tim, stop bickering so we can talk budget. Have I not clicked on everything here yet? Weird. It was listed like I hadn't done it yet. Such power. Fascinating. I think that's shut it down. An instant camera. These people's fucking security cards don't list their names, of course. I love this setting. It's asinine. Dr. Nowak, lab notes. Device function unknown. Danger. Metals identified, high reactivity and conductivity. Dr. Toussaint says parts Lemurian in origin. Fully reconstructed, ready to test. Dr. Nowak, lab notes. Mr. Marmot relegated. Laboratory access card revoked. He might be incompetent, but his fumbling did more than we've been allowed to. I wish I could do a follow-up testing, but I can only record my observations from a distance. No test before board manager approval. Danger potentially high. MW. So they're banned from doing any testing. This guy just approved the testing, so this is the guy that's from the board. But Mr. Marmot apparently did some illegal button pressing and caused some things to happen before anyone was actually here. There's a fingerprint on here. This isn't supposed to. Ow!
You're blaming me? I vouched for you. I said you could handle this. You can't even control your team.
I saw you touch the machine. You're sabotaging my work. It's the Reynolds pitch all over again. I'm missing one spot. Somewhere. Back here? Oop, there we go. Another fingerprint. Missland's Lake finest whiskey. Someone's been drinking. And so this guy's just trying to use the fire extinguisher because of the fire. Yeah. Uh-huh. Don't stand in front of the thing when you activate it. Mary, Tim. Okay, so these names should be easy to put together, at least. Sort it all. Mary and Tim. We know that your name is Oriel Toussaint, unless we have surprises coming in. No test before board approval. Danger potentially high. MW. Do we have a single W name? Westlake. Mary Westlake. Unless the... Marmot. It could be Marmot Westlake, I guess. In fact, isn't Marmot... Mr. Marmot. So Marmot's a last name. Okay. I think it's Marmot here. So Mary Westlake. A lot of other names going on in here. Dr. Toussaint says thing. Yeah, Marmot's the guy that's always getting in trouble, and there's nobody else around, so it must be him. I don't know how... Given that this just happened to him, I'm surprised that this is written down, like... So he's previously meddled, but this is also a thing that's happening separately. I think it's shut down. I don't... This is clearly his fingerprint, but I don't think we know... Yeah. We don't know the name of the guy yet. You can't even control your team. It's the Reynolds pitch all over again. Is that one of the names I have? No. Because I think it's not relevant. I should really have my reading glasses. So the one with the glasses should be his room. Which makes sense that he has all these books about Lemuria. That means that this should be the print of Toussaint. Oriel Toussaint. So that should be his fingerprint because those are his glasses. We'll not have another Reynolds fiasco. That keeps coming up. Blue ink. A blue pen exploded and there's a fingerprint here. It's the person who writes all of these warnings. And they're always worried about the Reynolds fiasco. So I currently think that that is Westlake. Mary Westlake. Because she's the one that's always freaking out about the Reynolds fiasco. And she seems to run things, so it's probably her reminders and her blue ink. Could be debatable, but we'll see. Don't know what to do with the whiskey yet. Okay, we have a name of the person who is on this cleaning supplies. That was named. Who was that? Is it... Where was that? Oh, it's one of these, isn't it? This person's trying to crack things. Jack. Somebody named Jack has this jacket. Jack to clean glassware. So the glass probably... That's the fingerprint. It's probably because of Jack. Lab staff reduced by 1. Eugene is now janitorial duties. So Eugene... And going by the previous complaints, I think it's Eugene Marmot, because he's the guy that people are sick of. But he's probably the one that fucked up, and yeah, he's on janitorial duties now, and he's got cheesy corn chips. That's the fingerprint that matches corn chips. This person has leadership training documents. Dr. Westlake, there we go, that's her name too. Nathan Hoyle, board president. There we go. Yeah, you kind of just go through once, pick up context, then go through again and be like, okay, now that I'm oriented, I can try to do anything here, because it's so hard to hold on to anything at first. I just named this guy, didn't I? Eugene Marmot. This guy must be Jack. Because he does seem to be like the studious scientist guy. And there's only like 3. I guess he might be a board member, given that he's coming in with a tie. So there's only 2 scientists here, and that's the guy they're sick of. So this must be Jack then. He's got a camera ready. Hopefully I'm on the right page with some of this stuff. So I just named you. You are Nathan Hoyle. And where was this one? It's like a green surface. It's probably the lockers. Yeah. How to make friends, keep them, and use them. So this is the Cheetos guy. Be ready. So he works the Harmony Foundation. Okay. Eugene is probably affiliated with the Harmony Foundation and came in to even though he's on janitor duty, he's not supposed to be touching stuff anymore. He took advantage of the security lapse to come in and activate it, but then he accidentally burned himself and it went poorly because he doesn't know how to work it. I think that's what's going on there. Where is this fingerprint that I've like lost track of? Where did it even come from? There it is. It's on the, okay, it's on the alcohol. So somebody finished off a whiskey, and that's the last person to identify. So who's been drinking? He's pretty pissed, so it might be him. I don't know. The guy I haven't named yet, even. But I could work on naming him because his name's Tim, right? Tim. He might be Tim. I don't know if anyone else is identifiably drinking. I don't know if anyone's identifiably drinking, honestly. But we can figure out who might be up to no good here, because we're supposed to inspect this to figure out what each press was. And we're going to cross-compare that with the fingerprints, I think. I can zoom in on it. This one matches Tim. So if that is Tim, then she's accusing him of touching it, but he didn't actually touch it. It looks like the button was pressed by Jack. It's got that little, like, almost like an eyeball in the middle icon. I think you were touched by you. This guy touched here, just being, like, kind of curious. Oh, is that a second button press from Cheetos Boy? Maybe. Oh, there is a smear. So there's the Cheetos. So he probably touched it and burned himself, and then Jack just came in and turned it off. Less suspicious than I thought, maybe. But who did this? Who has the tall middle swirl on their fingerprint? That looks like Eugene. It looks perfectly like Eugene's fingerprint, but without the Cheetos smear. I lost the button. There it is. Okay, yeah. So I'm right about who these faces are, and that implies that the names match the faces decently. But I don't know Jack and Tim's last names yet. Jack and Tim being... yeah, you and you. But they might be somewhere, so we just gotta keep an eye out to figure it out. Okay. That's some good proggers. Let's see, Eugene Hoyle. That's a Jack, Mary, Marmot, Nathan. That's there. Nowak. Jack Nowak or Tim Nowak? Spender. Okay, so we're down to Nowak and Spender. Oops. Alright, so names are Nowak or Spender. I've definitely encountered those names before, because I mean, well, obviously I have them. Let's just try to revisit where they came from. I think these were just a bunch of books. I know these names from somewhere. Jack. Spender. It is public. Yeah, it's inappropriate to publicly accuse direct superior of workplace intoxication. Intoxication. So it is him. It is his whiskey. Mr. Spender expects a formal apology, but of course he is actually intoxicated, so he's kind of full of shit. That means that you are Jack Nowak and you are Tim Spender. There we go. Now I can put the names on the prints correctly. Tim Spender. Jack Nowak. Ta-da! Everything's coming together. Coming up, Millhouse. Hierarchy is not even a thing yet. Okay. So I guess we're gonna unpack the hierarchy of this organization over the course of this chapter, because that's all filled in. That's all blanked out still. I guess I'm ready to solve the case then. Dang. Somebody's team worked to. So it's let's bring the names back to help me out. I wish I could leave this in the front, but when I click on this, it's gonna go blip, which is annoying. Mary Westlake's team worked to reconstruct the Golden Idol. I guess just the device. I guess because they don't know it's a Golden Idol, so we're not going to use that terminology. After performing tests without approval, it's this guy, Eugene Marmot, had his access card revoked. Yep. On the day of the inspection, the something was blah. The door was unlocked, right? The lab was unlocked to allow names of board members, Nathan Hoyle and Tim Spender to enter. This gave Eugene Marmot the opportunity to something them in, huh? Follow them in. There you go. I was like, he didn't let them in. It's not his responsibility, I don't think. When Eugene Marmot used both hands, it so that's why his fingerprints are on both, as he touched the button and the controls separately and it completed the circuit, I guess. Because that's what the other thing was talking about. Both hands to touch the controls of the device. It activated and he caught fire? Okay, there we go. Like just trying to piece together the exact mechanics of the thing he did. Dear God, they love to have you use every single word you can. Whew. Yep, there he went. Because there was that one document that's like, both hands completes the circuit, was part of Jack's notes. You've solved the scenario. Mary Westlake was hesitant to start using the newly built device, so when Eugene activated it without permission, he was swiftly banned from the lab. Determined to redeem himself, Eugene followed the OPIG board members inside and used the device once more, setting himself on fire. This guy should stop. He needs to stop. Just all of it. Hi, Nathan. I'm pleased to say we finally got the budget crisis under control. The premises we used for the emotion studies project has been renovated and repurposed for more promising ventures. I see you've decided on a team leader for the new project. I just want to make it clear that while she and I have had our differences in the past, I agree that she's the right person for the job. She certainly does not share Tessa's penchant for risky and wild spending. Tim Spender. Pleased to see you got the budget control. Motion studies project been renovated, repurposed. I see you've decided on team leader for the next project. I just want to be clear that while she and I have had a difference in the past, I agree that she's the right person for the job. She certainly does not share Tessa's penchant for risky and wild spending. Tim Spender. So Tim knew Tessa, but somebody else is the team leader now? Okay. Oh boy. With blah from the blah 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 ran the blah blah. Oh my god. Okay, I only have red and nothing else. This is impenetrable. They have not given me access to the words I need, and I'm gonna save myself the sanity on that one.